If you're using your LinkedIn profile page as a resume versus a landing page, you, fellow career coach, are leaving tons of money on the table. If we have not yet met, my name is Daniel Botero. I've been a career coach for over 10 years, and I was able to scale my career coaching business to over $100,000 a month, helping international STEM students land their dream job. And I make videos like this to help you, career coaches, build more profitable, scalable, and impactful businesses. And in this video, I am going to talk about what you need to do to convert your LinkedIn profile page from a resume, which is your standard LinkedIn page, what you probably teach your clients to do, to a landing page that actually will be more powerful and more important than your actual website. So let's get started. One of the biggest problems I see when I start working with clients is that I notice that they are treating their LinkedIn like a resume. It's showing all the experience that they had in corporate America, 10, 20, 30 years of experience. They're having their title as founder and CEO, and they're not actually using it for what should be used, which is a landing page. I'm telling you, trust me on this. I've seen clients that don't build a website and use their LinkedIn profile page as their main website and be able to scale their business to multiple six figures before even building a website. That's how powerful your LinkedIn profile is. And before I dive into the components of what you need to do to make those changes so that your profile becomes your most important landing page, I want to tell you why your LinkedIn will be even more important than your website, so that you make more emphasis, more focus, more time, more resources, more attention to your LinkedIn profile than your website, especially when you're starting out. Whenever you build a website, we know that you can put whatever you want on that website, and there's no way for us to validate that to be true. You could build a website and put 1,000 fake testimonials. You could build a website and say you were the CEO of Microsoft. You can say, I am the #1 career coach in the world. And because you could do that, there's a lack of trust. And if you didn't know this already, we are in the middle of a trust recession. People are skeptical of coaches and overnight success and gurus, and everyone seems to have an answer. So there's this lack of credibility. But the good news is that we all trust LinkedIn, because LinkedIn is set up in a way that can be verified, right? LinkedIn is a way that you can click on the logo of the company that you work with. You can see that if you were to put you're the CEO of Microsoft on your LinkedIn, we will know that's not true, right? We can see testimonials or recommendations from people that you can click their profile and see that they're real people that either worked with you and had success working with you. So because of that, your LinkedIn is way more credible than anything that you can put on your website, which will have way more influence on people wanting to buy from you than your website. And so now that we're on the same page here, let's dive into what needs to happen on your LinkedIn to make it serve you as a landing page versus a resume. Let's start from top to bottom. The first thing someone sees is your banner. Now, if you're not already using that, that is amazing real estate for you to add social proof, to communicate a clear transformation of what you do and a call to action. So for me, if you were to go there, I say I help coaches scale to consistent 10K to 100K months with proven systems. I have pictures of some of the clients that I worked with. I put highlight like with 5 out of 5 stars, which is what we have. And I even said free resources in the feature section. There's a logo. There's a clear picture of me and my clients. It's a very appealing banner. There's also the second thing that you need to do is have a very good profile picture. Odds are you probably know that. You probably have one. And beautiful thing about that today is that you don't even need to hire a professional photographer to do a headshot. You can literally take a selfie on your phone, put it into ChatGPT, and tell it to create a LinkedIn profile picture, and it will do that in seconds. So go ahead and do that, because people will judge a book by its cover by the way you do. So make sure that they can see you're smiling, you're approachable, and that it's your vibe. If you don't have to wear a suit. Like if you go to my profile, you'll see me wearing a really cool leather jacket that my wife doesn't like, but I love, and it's part of my brand. The next thing I want you to change is your headline. This is where I would say people make a mistake of trying to stuff it with things that sound good. Founder, CEO. Like, let's be honest, like, do you even care that I'm the founder and CEO of Omni? I don't even think I consider myself a CEO. Like, I wouldn't put that there, because it's not about you. If you think about the difference from a resume point of view and a landing page, in the landing page is all about the lead. It's all about the prospect. It's all about the potential client. Where in the resume is all about you and you're trying to hype yourself up, right? So that makes sense to do when you're a job seeker. But when you're making this into a landing page, I want to clearly communicate who I help and how I help them. So I say I help career coaches grow from inconsistent revenue from 10K to 80K months by building highly convertible offers, LinkedIn lead gen machine, and a scalable backend. Guarantee, right? I am clearly communicating. Somebody can quickly see who I help and how I help them. And I have a call to action button that says apply to work with us. If you don't have that button yet, that means that you need to go to your settings and be able to go on a creator mode so that you can add a link right there so that people can do that. We've actually seen like clients instantly get 5 to 10 sales calls more a month by just adding a link there and having a call to action there as well. One thing that's also really important is that your headline is not only seen on your profile, but when you are commenting on other people's posts, it also sees the beginning of the headline. So it should be something that people can be intrigued to want to click your name and go to your profile to learn a little bit more. Now, as we scroll down, the next section to focus on is the About Me section. So this shouldn't be like a cover letter, which is what you would do for your clients to talk about like why they would be a good fit for the role or whatnot, or the type of role they're looking for. This should speak more like a landing page. It should talk about what you do, how to do it. It should talk about your systems, your processes. If you have testimonials, you can sprinkle them in. If you have a call to action, sprinkle them in. You can definitely do that, right? And you can even have links to your websites or things like that, right? If you don't have a service page already, that's another way for you to add a service. You can add a service page, add what are the things that you do. And in the feature section, which is the next section, you can add testimonials, some of your best performing posts. You can add links to some of the lead magnets you have. You can have an apply to work with me button. You can have an invitation to join a webinar or school community, whatever lead magnet you have there as well. And then as we continue to scroll down is your experience. Here, don't put bullet points like you would do on the resume. Talk about what you do in that business. Make it about them, not so much about you. And I like to sprinkle social proof anywhere I can. So I have an example of my experience at Opni. If I'm an author or a podcast, I put pictures of my podcast. If I put PepsiCo, like there's pictures of me as a career in the career fair at PepsiCo. All of this is put in social proof so people see that this is true. Like he lived there. Like he's not just saying he did that. He's showing he did that because a picture is worth a million words. Same thing as we go down in licenses and certification, volunteering, all of that. And then lastly, an area that I think it's heavily ignored, but is very, very important is your recommendation. If you're not actively getting more and more recommendations, you are missing out on that because people will look down at it. So when you go down to my page, you see over 100 recommendations. It shows you that I'm getting results from my clients. So don't forget to focus on that. So if you are new to LinkedIn and you want to learn more, we have a couple of videos on LinkedIn. We are huge fans of LinkedIn. We have a video on why LinkedIn for career coaches, and we also have a video on the content strategy that's generated me and my business partners and clients probably over $5, if not $10 million in sales, organic, no ads, using that LinkedIn strategy and content, which that content ultimately drives more views to your profile. So if you're watching this and you're like, say, hey, Daniel, this is great, but I would love guidance. I would love a coach that can help me execute all the strategies that you're sharing here. I want to invite you to apply to work with us with the button below. And if you haven't already liked and subscribed to this channel, what are you waiting for? Again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.